Hi, my name is Amari Smith, and today I'm doing an oral presentation on diversity and oppression. The first word I would like to talk about is oppression. Oppression is prolonged, cruel, unjust treatment and control, sexism, heterism, ableism, classism, ageism. Oppression. When I think of the word oppression associated with things that many and people go through, like minorities, for example. As African American, a lot of people put these certain stereotypes about us. Like they say that we're animals, or that we're not smart enough, or they say that we're violent, or this or that, and it's not true. And I hate the fact that they put that certain stigma on African American. Just because we're black doesn't mean that we're not all black people are the same. And it's not right to put judgment on others. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's not right. It's not right to judge people based on their skin color. Um, the next word I talk about is empowerment. Empowerment is the process of increasing personal, interpersonal, or political power so that individuals can take action to improve lives. When I think about the word empowerment, I think of basically how we try to I can't put this in terms. For example, when it's college, when some people finish high school, they want to go on and continue their education. And they use like when they get the degree, they was like, okay, I mean, their diploma, they was like, okay, I'm gonna work hard to get my degree. And when I get my degree, it's gonna worth it in because they like feel seen and they say, oh, I can like achieve anything, put my mind into it. When I think about empowerment, I think about how you can put your mind and heart and sweat and tears to something and keep going no matter what obstacles you face. That's what I think of. That's why I think of empowerment. Next word is poverty and economic inequality. And as our pressing human rights problems in the United States, for many reasons living in poverty, certain human rights are out of reach. When I think of poverty and economic inequality, I think about like how a lot of people, well, some people end up homeless, and the main reason why some people end up homeless, believe it or not, are sometimes veterans. And why I say they're veterans, because some veterans have been serving the country for like a long time, and when it comes time to retirement, end up getting screwed out their benefits. In other words. And I think that's not right. That the fact that they serve the country, get the right to collect their benefits for fighting for their country, for putting their life online. That's not fair. And when that happens, and people making irrational decisions, end up being homeless. And that's what I think about poverty and inequality. Next word I'll talk about is racism. Racism is prejudged discrimination or antagonism directed against a person or people on the bias of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is minority or marginalized. I relate to racism a lot. The reason why I say that because in today's time that's going on right now in the United States, black African Americans are getting killed by cops. And they're sad that the fact that cops get away with killing black people, killing people off like it's nothing, especially African American, killing black men off one by one, and it's not right. And the fact their defense is, oh, I don't feel like they was about to harm me or this or that, and it's not right. And it's the fact that cops feel like it's okay to to interrogate them because of skin color, that's not right, or do anything they're not supposed to do. And the fact that they get away with it, that's just I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And it's sad that we still 50 years later we're still dealing with this, and it's sad that we're still going through this. It shouldn't be like this at all. Like, everyone should be equal. Everyone judged based on should not be judged based on their skin color at all. It's just not right. And African Americans deserve better. All minorities deserve better. Next word is sexism. Sexism is prejudged, stereotyping, discrimination, typically against women on the basis of sex. When I think of sexism, I think about how a lot of women. I think about women when they work in the workplace, and a lot of men hit on them, put a pass on them, and all that stuff. Like do anything to them, and then like disrespect them in a kind of way. And I don't like that at all. Like women deserve to be treated and respected right. We don't deserve to be treated like anything. We deserve to have respect from men and not treated like anything less. Another thing I think about sexism is when the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement is basically how everybody was coming out telling their stories about how they was getting how they was treated wrong by men, and that's horrible. That men think they have the right to do anything to women. They have the right to have the authority. They have the right to do that to a woman. Like no, you don't have the right to treat women any kind of way. You don't have right to do anything like that at all. It's just disgusting. That's what I think about it. Next word I like to talk about is discrimination. Discrimination is the injustice or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people or things, especially on the grounds of race, age, or sex. Discrimination. Discrimination and racism, they go hand in hand. They're pretty much the same thing. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Discrimination is basically like if you judge like you hiring somebody, for example. That's what I think of it. You hire somebody for a job. They judge a person based on their sexuality, their age, their race, anything, and it's not right. I feel like you shouldn't judge nobody based on those things. You judge somebody based on their skills and not who they are as a person. You should be fair and not be judgmental towards that person. You should give that person a fair chance instead of judging them based on the color of their skin or their sexuality or age or race or anything. That's what I think. The next word is globalization. It is the growing economic, political, and social interconnectedness among societies throughout the world. When I think globalization, I think about everything that's going on. For example, a lot of college students in the U.S. travel to different countries to study abroad for their education. Also, another thing about globalization is they also have like different like international groups that go help to help different peoples in different countries. That's what I think about globalization. And that concludes my video. Thank you for watching.